All right, so we're back home on Sunday in the Benz, trying to get our third win in a row against the division rival Bucks. Both teams got to have it. Both teams are kind of beat up. So we're going to talk about it. Let's go. And welcome in, everybody, to episode 147 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons Fancast. My name is John, your host, joined by my co-host partner, Mr. Mike Cottrell. Buddy, how's your day been?
It's going great so far, man. We almost at 150, Johnny Yates.
Almost, buddy.
Them boys
Almost.
coasting right along, man. Dog, I gotta start the show with saying thanks again. I still been looking at them numbers. Like this has to be wrong somehow. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. As always, guys, coming to y'all tonight here on the Variety Sports Network and in the Clutch Studios. Make sure you check out Variety Sports, drop them a subs, check out all the different shows they have going on, from seventh inning stretch, Sunday morning tailgate, double, hoop, southbound, you name it. Tons of shows out there, man. Hit them up. And of course, we do have merch, and you can barely see it, but I'm wearing one of our hoodies, and you can check that out at bonfire.com/store/out of your Falcon mind, and there's a dash in between each one of those words. There's always a link in the description of the video if you guys ever want to check out the merch and pick something up. T-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, got all that stuff. And then also, of course, if you're new to the channel, man, welcome in. We hope you like the content, hope you stick around. And Mike and I do a couple live shows every week, and been putting out some all 22 videos. We do some skits. We do some we have some fun. We do a lot of, we keep it light, keep it real, have some fun with it. And man, speaking of all 22, I've almost got the Judge one done. I tried to make, I told everybody I'm trying to make it shorter. This one's actually the longest. This is the longest one yet. So but there's so many good defensive plays that I felt like I wanted to put, just put a little spotlight on the defense, So there's probably about 14 defensive plays and still about 30 probably offensive plays. But, because everybody still wants to see the offense and how it's working and, how Desmond's doing, how Arthur's calling, all that stuff. So I put that all in there. I'm editing it tonight. Should be out late tonight, early in the morning, worst case scenario. So, and we appreciate you. If y'all are in the chat, man, I'm going to get to y'all in a second, but obviously we're coming to you a couple hours later than usual because, again, I've got this calendar that my wife does right behind our desk, and it's beautiful, and it's got everything written on there that's we have for the month, and I don't know if I just don't look at it or just but yeah. So when I said last show that we'd be here at 7, totally forgot that my kid has a baseball practice. He's like off-season conditioning now, so, and hitting, of course. So that's on Wednesdays at 7. So here we are coming to you later. And tomorrow night, he'll be in the orchestra playing bass. So that's why we can't do a regular Thursday show. So next week, we're not quite sure yet. We may do the 9 o'clock Wednesday thing again, or we may switch it up. We're not sure yet, but we'll figure out what works best for us and hopefully, for y'all as well. Speaking of the chat, man, Bubba Gump, what's cracking, buddy?
Bubba Gump. Floyd,
what's up, man? He said every game is important as the next. Damn right. Especially now. Every game the rest of the season,
more
buddy.
Important.
Yeah, absolutely.
As the one before. Oblivion, what's up?
He said, show love and
hit that like button.
Absolutely. Carrie, what's up?
Carrie, what up? Carrie still ain't get that profile straight. That's hilarious.
Absolutely. Let's sweep those Bucs. You name it. Yeah, man. So before we get into all that, David Carr said some funny shit this week on, I think it was NFL Total Access. In reference to the Eagles, he said basically that Marcus should probably be starting at least for a couple of games to let Jalen kind of get back healthy, like fully healthy, because he's not running as effectively and maybe not, being as effective in the passing game. And, I don't know what he watched, if anything, of last year, but I thought that was hilarious. And as he's getting pretty much roasted on social media, as you can imagine.
I be thinking some of the things that come out their mouth be a dare. It'd be that stupid. Like somebody was like, "Come on, man! I swear, because that's ridiculous."
That's
Marcus Mariota shouldn't start anywhere. That's
no. No.
That's a flaw. The premise is flawed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this totally no, yeah, it was just cracking me up when I saw that. Like, I had to rewatch the video. I was like, "There's no way he just said that," but he did. Anyway, and what we're gonna get on the show do on the show tonight, we're gonna talk a little bit about the All 22, just kind of what I saw,
Mhm.
and not everything, obviously, because that'll just ruin you watching the All 22. But and then we're gonna preview, of course, the Bucks game, and we'll play a few games at the end. We'll want to end this probably right around an hour since we are coming in later tonight. It's not gonna be our typical like hour and a half, hour and 45 minute show. But just because later than usual. But got to give a shout out. First of all, also Mike has some food on the way. Do you not?
Yes. So I'm gonna interrupt the show momentarily to go grab it, and I'm gonna at least have some of it on the show. I'm hungry as shit.
Man, look, we stopped. We hit the Panda Express on the way home because I was like, we gotta get something
Mhm.
quick. I gotta get
Oh
home to
yeah.
eat. So we just got that quick, ate, so I can
Mhm.
get upstairs and knock out the
Can't go
show.
wrong
So
with Panda.
no, the one next to us is pretty solid too. It's
Mhm.
always on point. Number one, shout out to Bradley Pinion, man. He won our punter. He won the Atlanta Falcons Walter Payton Man of the Year, which he has the punt for a purpose. And this is just from their website, man. Donates $1,000 to Compassion International every time one of his punts lands inside the 20-yard line. Program focuses aid on preventing infant mortality in parts of the global South, helping mothers and babies survive that crucial first year of life. He's gathered other punters around the league to join him in his cause. Through week 13, he's raised 20 grand with just his punts alone. So
Go ahead. That's what's
great
up.
job, Bradley Pinion. And by the
Yes,
way,
sir.
that doesn't go, I mean, like in a game like we just had against the Jets, and then nobody's talked about it, but he was fantastic. I know it's
Mhm.
like, but dude, he was literally putting the ball. They never had really good field position. I mean,
Mhm.
like he was punting the shit out of the ball. I think they had a net return of 34 yards
Mhm.
the entire game. So, obviously a game like that, special teams is pretty big, and he killed it. So shout out to him, man. Also listening to Dave Archer talk earlier today on the Falcons little I don't know what it's called. One of the podcasts they do for the Falcons.
Mhm.
He was in the locker room and talked to Clark Phillips after the game.
Okay.
And so he found out that he's like, he's asking me, how was it, guarding Garrett Wilson, and he was like, man, he's like, I went up to him and told him that he ducked me in our bowl game a few years ago because
Ah, yeah, Clark. You ducked me.
he said he did because he didn't play in the I think they played
Yeah.
it was I remember it was probably the Rose Bowl. It was Ohio State and Utah, I guess. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, he's like, you ducked me, man. I wanted to play you, but you ducked me. So he's like, now I got you today.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome. And if
I
y'all
love that attitude because
hell yeah.
he should have been intimidated for a lot of reasons, and for him to be like, oh, I couldn't wait for this is real Kobe Michael Jordan
Yeah.
no man, I want to
Mm-hmm.
play you like, so that's a dope
100%.
attitude. I love that dude, man.
I know. Hey
Bulldog,
man,
appreciate the effort, John. Like the headpiece. What's up, fellas?
what's going on, buddy? Yeah, man,
TJ, what's
glad
up?
to. What's up, Tyreek? That was just shot at Berto. Hey, you know what? He sent me a photo. Boo,
You
he's
had it
got
on?
no, but he got it. Fanatic sent it to him. He's got
Oh.
the he's got the head. He's got a beanie or a toboggan or whatever in there.
Mm-hmm.
So hell yeah, Gabriel. I
Clark,
love him
that
too, man.
dude, man.
And
Clark
look,
is
I put I did a little teaser last night on Twitter. Did you see it? The
no
one I put out the video. You'll love it. It's the
for
play that
Clark.
yeah, I didn't even see it. It wasn't even a play. It was just it was just a run play, but it was like at the very tail end of the play. Um, Garrett kind of like shoved him like almost like kind of like a half-ass type of block attempt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, Clark just shoved him back, got in his face, and then DeMarco came up and shoved him. So it was
Oh
like
yeah,
DeMarco and
yeah.
Clark, and it was awesome, dude. It was you. That's the stuff, man. Like I put on the tweets. It's been so long since we've had this type of attitude and
Mm-hmm.
aggressiveness. Like I don't even like in Marco's
You
penalty
can't,
last week. I mean,
yeah,
I love it, man. I love it.
man. You can't teach what Clark is um in his heart. Like he's aggressive. If you remember, I think I covered him before
Yeah.
when they was there, and that's the thing is he was so aggressive that I was like, he gonna get beat a few times, but he gonna get a pick six a few times.
Hmm.
And it was just because he was so aggressive, and And we saw that in tackling and in coverage. And that's just a great attitude because, man, that's the attitude thing, right? And that's
Yeah.
really a dope attitude to have. And to see Garrett Wilson when you should have been like, oh God, I got the main receiver to be like, oh yeah, you ducked me last time. Now you got to see me. Like, that's a wow attitude.
Yeah.
I love 34. Love it. That's my next jersey. Oh, I'm skipping right over Bijan. No offense.
And well, dude, and like that season, like I went back and watched the USC game, or and
Hmm.
before we drafted both before when it was basically Clark went up against Drake London, and
Okay.
and dude,
Ooh.
he gave him all he could handle, dude. I mean, like he the
Okay.
size difference and everything, like he just
Yeah.
he
Because
didn't
he's
care.
just as tough as Drake at
So
cornerback, just smaller. Hold on,
yeah.
John. The food is here.
Oh, the food is here. Go grab your food. Yeah, Linda's what's going on, Linda? She said, "Hey guys, that Marcus Mariota comment cracked me up. It was hilarious. If for some reason we're to play the Eagles in the playoffs, I would like to see him. Absolutely, that'd be that would be amazing. And the Eagles has I think they got the Cowboys this Sunday, so that's going to be something to watch too for sure. Um, Liam, what's up, buddy? And Boodog said the Clark is the return of Brent Grimes. Man, that's yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good comparison, close comparison.
Small and
And
aggressive.
and I mean, I was listening to some folks are if AJ's out this week, which we'll get to the game in a little bit. He was limited participant today, which is good. He wasn't
Mhm,
completely out, so he's still in concussion protocol. He still have to pass all of his tests. And AJ struggled against Mike Evans in the past. There's no
mhm.
shut. It's not really a surprise to anybody, but um, folks are worried about Clark. I'm not overly. It's going to be tough matchup for him, but I mean, I'm not like, oh God, we're going to be screwed because I think he's going to man up, and he might get, like you said, he may get burnt, and the size difference may matter a couple of times, but I think they'll figure out something. But hopefully he doesn't come. And if Okuda's good, maybe even put Okuda over there.
And I think he earned your faith because I think we would have said the same thing had we known he was going up against Garrett Wilson. We would have been like, oh, well, this is probably going to be a problem. And it
Exactly. Yeah.
wasn't. And it
Well, and
wasn't. So Mike
yeah.
Evans, I understand what he usually do to us, but maybe 34 is the the one that's going to solve that problem because he is a problem for us. But maybe 34 could jump in and solve it. You never know.
I know. Oh, what's
He
up,
may be
buddy?
a thorn in Mike Evans' ass, something that he can't deal with. Big
Could
load,
be.
and he might have 2, 3 catches.
Yeah, could be, man. Oh, I'm glad Lowe's in the chat because it's reminded me. We are having I don't know if y'all are new or not to the show, but if you've been watching for at least this season, we had a little meet and greet at the beginning of this season with a bunch of creators, and some of our supporters came out and everything. We had an awesome time at Taco Mac and Hiram. Our buddy Damsky, who's been on the show before, Adam Holloway, coming down from Canada. His son's got a football tournament down here in Georgia, so he's going to be around. We're going to do another meetup at Murph's at Cobb Galleria Center. I'll put all the info. I've got the flyer actually somewhere that JR made up from Pound for Pound. I'll put that on the next show. We'll put it on our socials, but it's going to be the 17th for the Panthers game. So if y'all want to come down to Murph's, man, come on out, man. Have some food, watch the game with us. We'll be hanging out. It'll be us, Big Low. I don't know if all of the Pound for Pound guys can make it. I'm pretty sure JR be out there. And Jonathan, I'm not sure about Toby. But like I said, David Damsky, probably Fleek. Hopefully, Smitty. Hopefully, Uncle Steve. I don't know if I haven't got confirmation on all those guys, but we're gonna try to get as many folks as we can, man. So as many people that can come out there and just have fun, watch the game. Like I said, chop it up with us. Like Murph's is an awesome place, great food. So yeah, just want to throw that out there for everybody.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. And so talking about the all 22, and we'll chat a little bit about that. And so I got through it, and Tim Boyle had a terrible, terrible day. So bad that he got cut today. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, he got cut.
Damn, we got somebody to cut. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Man,
And it
unlock a
was
new level. We got somebody cut.
yeah. Look, and we had a great time last time. And it was
Mhm.
outside and it was hot, and we still had a
Yep.
great time. And it's gonna be indoors. It's gonna be even better. But yeah, dude, it was not a pretty game for Tim Boyle, dude. Like there was a shot he had. It's on the 22. You'll see it. Man, he had Garrett one-on-one with Jesse, and there was nobody. Like, and Jesse and Garrett would have had him beat. And he sees it the entire time. And he acts like he wants to throw it, but he decides to check it down instead and then misses the check down by 5 feet.
Wow.
And it was
Now,
just,
are you sure he had Jesse? Because you
yeah.
probably second guessed that. Like,
No, exactly. I was thinking like he might have been like, oh, I don't want to test Jesse,
that's Jesse.
but I mean, Garrett was faster. I would think
Yeah.
that Garrett was faster than Jesse, and he was streaking across the field. So I'm like, man, if you just put it out anywhere out there where he can get to it,
He got it.
It had to be a good ball, but he had him beat. And then later on in the game, 82, I can't remember his name, has Clark beat across the middle. And same thing. If he wants to throw it to him, it's fine. It's actually the play that Jesse intercepts the pass. So Jesse's playing cover one again, like, single high safety. And he again jumps the route. He sees his eyes the entire time. Ball's looking left the entire time. He doesn't even give the center of the field a look. So if you don't look off Jesse, like one of the best safeties in the game, he's going to jump that route. So he just jumps it, comes back over, he just overthrow, and he catches it. So I mean, but I'm not taking anything away from our defense, dude. Watching that defense, the front seven just swarm to the ball and just have bad intentions, man. Like it's so damn fun to watch, dude. Like it's just
how did Clark look on the 22?
Oh, it was like a highlight reel for him.
It was.
I mean, I was just like, here he comes up on a hit. Here he comes up on a hit.
Yeah.
Like here he takes this angle to drive Brees out of bounds. I mean, like dude. I mean, like I said, yeah, he got beat on a few, but it didn't hurt him because the quarterback wasn't good enough to do anything. But man, it was that was fun to watch regardless. And that being that type of weather too, I mean, like it was good.
Oblivion said it was.
Yeah, he was talking low.
We got somebody unlocked new level.
Yeah, and Zach Wilson, I guess, is starting again. And I think they told Zach he was going to start, and he was like, "Nah." he was like, I think it was something with an injury or something like that. And so, but I guess they worked it out where he's going to start. But that was funny. And then, the offense still a mixed bag, man. But it's like I tried to look at it. Not as like overly critical because again, like, if it's raining and kind of nasty weather the entire game, that does have an effect. So you don't know how much that affected certain things, but yeah, you could still definitely see like some of the spacing issues with the route concepts. I mean, that shows up several times and you're just, it doesn't make any sense. Or there'll be, third down and Dez only has like really one good option to go to,
like I hate those plays.
And you're just like, dude, like third down. And we, there was one instance we were getting close to the red zone, a first down basically would have put us inside the red zone. And it's just this mess in the middle with a bunch of guys that are kind of together. And you've got Bijan kind of off to the right. And that's really his only target. That's really the only chance he has of completing a pass and getting anywhere. And it's like, really, that's the best that's the best we can do on third down is to try to, get into and then keep this drive going. I don't know. There's several plays that you have you scratching your head, but it's like I said, it's the same thing. It's just that inconsistency, then Dez, there's some just dimes. I mean, like that throw on the sideline, like we talked about on Monday to Pitts. His feet aren't even set. He's going kind of like back when I pause it to show you kind of where his feet are at. He just slings the thing like 30 yards down the field. I mean,
that's what I said. It's like when he just playing football, he could throw them passes. It's like when he get in his head, he start doing dumb shit like the coach.
Yeah, that throw is a tough throw to make even when you can set your feet. Like to do it like he did it, I was like, damn. But then then you'll see other throws where you're like, how did you miss that? And like the intentional grounding, that he got, kind of threw it way out of bounds on that one. He had another option on that one, that he could have went to, but didn't look that way. So like it's you see progress, but there's still that young quarterback in him that's going to still maybe not make every read, like he missed CP on a read, that he had him on a check down that he probably could have got a chunk yardage on. Missed Bijan on a check down, he could have got probably a chunk yardage on, so it's just kind of like you hope that some of those processing, like, that keeps getting better and it improves because he's not seeing the whole field. He's not seeing
Yeah.
everybody. And that's what I talk about in the all 22 is like, when you go up to the line, you have to know number one, what your options are and where they're going to be. So when you do go through your progressions, like, like I was saying, like with CP, if you don't see him, oh shit. On that one particular play, it was a fake handoff to CP, and he just kind of floats out to the left to kind of give him an option. It's like, well, if you just fake handed it off to him. So like he's got to be out there somewhere. If you don't see him, like, where is he? Oh shit, there he is. You know what I mean? And if he just turns his head and peeks, he's got him, and it's just little stuff, man. It's like, it's stuff that any quarterback that, has the ability can keep progressing and get to that point. It's just a matter of, and that's why I reminded folks in the video that, man, like, you got to remember that these quarterbacks have these decisions are made in seconds. Like, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds that you've got to like read, make your reaction, and throw. And so it's not, I understand it's going to take a little bit. So it's just a matter of how fast can that go, because that's what's going to be really what determines if he's starting next year or not, is if he can really, really get that kind of ramped up these last 5 games and get even better at it, assuming that he has a chance to start next year for us. So that's the biggest, and I hope he does, but that's just the biggest inconsistency that you see, and that's in the same. So when you see Arthur kind of iffy, and you see Dez kind of, good and bad, and then you'll see receivers too, like Jefferson. There's one in particular play, he's coming across the middle of the field, and if he just sits in the zone, if he just sits in the middle of the zone, and Dez gets under pressure, if he just sits right there, he gives Dez a perfect shot. It's a probably 15, 20-yard gain, but he keeps going right toward the safety and the other. He just keeps running his route like he's a robot. Like, no, this is the route I got to run, so I'm just gonna keep running it. Like, no spatial awareness at all. And that happened. Drake will do that occasionally too. So like both the receivers have to.
I was just gonna say, I feel like a lot of them do that.
Yeah, the receivers have to be a little bit better recognizing, like, okay, where the soft spot is. How can I help my quarterback out? Like, not just go out there and run the route like you are Madden, and you're just going to go out there and run no matter what. Because like the particular one, like where Jefferson was, dude, if he just stops his route and just gives Desmond a target, he's got a first down. But he just didn't even look at it. He just keeps running his route straight toward the defender. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, that's, so it's a lot of frustration from different points, and it's you can see where Dez has definitely potential to be better. It's just a matter, like I said, of how fast he can kind of progress these last 5 weeks. And he may have to do more this weekend for sure, because the first game he played pretty well against them, 250 yards passing against them the first time around. Obviously, he had the fumbles, but we can't repeat the fumbles, but he was 19 to 25, 250 yards through the air. Pretty solid, and if y'all remember, that's the game that Bijan only really didn't play. That was the headache game, or whatever you want to call it.
No, he really will have to go. He will have to take it up a notch to probably be the quarterback for next year. You know what I'm saying? He really will have to, and it will have to physically look like it's up a notch. Like, it would have to be visible to everybody else. But it's just always one of them things that Bulldog said, "Hot damn, like now I'm in the real." I ain't even got started on the real dish, man. That was just a slice of cake I ordered.
You did the reverse. You did dessert first.
Yeah, I just went dessert first since I can't eat it in order anyway. But no, I just think he's gonna have to show us that he can take it up a notch. I always say this every week. I always kind of expected for him to hit his groove. I don't know how to explain it. It's like just, it's like something just fall into place. I always felt like he gonna catch this one week and everything will just click. And I haven't seen that. So, but it could happen down the stretch. So you just hope it does.
Yeah, the closest thing we saw was probably the Houston game that we were actually at.
Yeah.
That he, and honestly, this, like I said, you take away those stupid ass fumbles, and that Buccaneers game, that could have been a 30-13 type of game. I mean, if you really take away those dumbass fumbles, but obviously you can't. But I mean, Baker was 27 of 42 for 275. And Baker's a little hobbled himself. He had a little ankle thing that he was dealing with last week, and they against the Panthers. And just looking at their at the Bucs injury report, I mean, Levante David was out last week, missed it with the growing. He was a full participant today, and I watched Todd Bowles speak, and he did feel confident that Levante would probably play. Jamel Dean was out last week, and he is still did not practice today. So we'll keep an eye on that because that would be huge if he does not play. He was actually their second leading tackler against us the first time around. And then Servassier Dennis was a full participant today. He's had an illness. And then Vita Vea did not practice today. That may be a rest thing, but it says on here toe. So I guess he's dealing with a toe. And then Devin White did not practice with a foot. So
these are all good.
Yeah, and then Tristan Wirfs with the ankle back was limited today. So, I mean, they're two main linebackers. It looks like, Levante still may be a little hobbled by it. We don't know. But if Devin White's not out there either, I think last week they had Ryan Neal coming down, who's a safety and playing a lot of linebacker because just out of necessity. So we'll have to see how that goes because that'll be interesting. And then we're dealing with their own injuries ourselves. Luckily, nothing was too terrible coming out of that game. Like I said, I was just glad to get out of that Jets game and not have anything like crazy serious happen. But our injury report's definitely more than it has been. But full participant today was Matt Collins, Mike Hughes, and Lakel London came back off of IR today. So we'll see if he's activated for this game. Limited was Jeff Okudah with the ankle. He injured it in the very last possession of the game, but hopefully he's out there. Hopefully he'll be good to go. AJ, like I said, concussion protocol, but he was out there limited. Did not practice today. Nate Lamon, Drew Dahlman, Caleb McGarry, CP just rest. No big deal there. Onyemata and Calais Campbell also just rest. So Onyemata's got an ankle. Dahlman's got an ankle. Lamon and McGarry are both knees. So, I think there's likelihood that Caleb McGarry probably does not play, which does suck because he is damn good in the run game. As much shit as we give him in the pass game, he's a really damn good run blocker. And that's another thing I saw on the 22 as well. Storm Norton did a good job, but he definitely is not Caleb when it comes to the run. He got beat, missed a few assignments. It was okay. It wasn't as good as Caleb does. And then in pass protection, again, okay. Huff, there's one play, just it's almost comical. Just drove his ass straight back like he had a rocket up his ass. It was wild. But so both teams being beat up, man. That's and it's we just got to keep an eye on it. It would suck if both AJ and for some reason Jeff couldn't play because then you're putting Clark, Mike Hughes, Trey Flowers, that would suck. It looks like hopefully Okudah will be all right. And like I said, hopefully AJ recovers from that concussion pretty quickly. But yeah, the first go around, man, 156 yards rushing against those guys, 59 for Tyler, 56 for CP, 38 from Desmond. And Desmond had the one touchdown, should have been two, but we all know what happened with the other one. London got 6 balls, 54 yards on 7 targets. Lamlin had 12 tackles in that game, led the team. And then, Richie and Caden. So, the biggest thing that scares me about those guys always, Mike Evans. Mike Evans is having a hell of a year again. He just went over 1,000 yards again. So, that guy is going to be, probably a Hall of Famer. And Chris Godwin didn't do a whole lot the first go around. Actually, Jeff did a really good job on Chris Godwin that first matchup. You didn't really hear his name a lot. He did get, I think, 6 catches, but it wasn't. They were short gains. It was 6 catches for 66 yards. So Mike Evans and Cade Otton, buddy, we are 25th in the league versus tight ends. Yeah. So that's not great. So and Cade Otton did have a pretty good game the first time around. He was 6 catches, 65 yards. With 6 targets. So that's something that they'll probably pick us. They'll probably pick us, pick us out on them. But I don't know. We'll see. And that's running wise, they couldn't run on us hardly at all. They had Rashad White had 13 carries for 34 yards. And Baker with his scrambling, 3 for 32. So as long as we keep Baker in the pocket, after watching our rush defense last week against the Jets, which was fucking awesome. I feel comfortable with that. We got to keep Baker in the pocket, let him scramble and get some stupid yards. You remember that run he had? You remember?
He looked so stupid when he was running. It made me want to clip.
It made me running in slow motion, man.
Yeah. It was horrific.
I know. So on offensively, that's the biggest things that worry me. Really, I'm not. I mean, it's Baker can pull a gem out of his ass, and sometimes he's just garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It just there depends. Defensively, though, Antoine Winfield had a game against us on that first matchup, and
Mm-hmm.
he tried to win it just basically on his own. And they have, I think it was who they have. They had somebody out there wearing 31. I think they had one of the practice squad safeties out there wearing 31 and a red jersey to simulate Winfield.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely, obviously, and I saw our buddy Joe Patrick from 1999, the game had posted that. So he's out there. Obviously, they got some worry about that. So Vita Vea, you can't run inside a whole lot because that guy just a big space eater. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of our runs on the first time was outside, trying to stay outside. It'll be interesting to see what Bijan does, especially if the two linebackers are not full speed. Because you like to think
It'll be interesting to see what Arthur Smith does, if he game plan for that, or if he run the same offense as if everyone was present like he normally does with no
Mhm.
adjustment.
Yeah. This is going to be a big game for Arthur, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't go out there and run the same game plan you had before exactly because you're on
Mm-hmm.
tape. So you got to mix things up a little bit. And watching. I was listening to Locked On Bucs earlier today, and those guys were saying that they almost felt that Tampa Bay played a little vanilla last week against the Panthers for that exact purpose, to kind of put some different things on tape, not really give away certain things,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that's true. Who knows? But it's a big game for Arthur. It's a big game for Dez because Dez may have to do more this week, in the air than he did
Mm-hmm.
last week, obviously. So, like I said, though, he was successful the first time around. 19 for 25. I'll take that all day long. If you're going to tell me that's what it's going to be, his numbers 19 for 25 and 250. Throw a few touchdowns in there, and I'll take that all
Mm-hmm.
day. But yeah, it's going to be a big one, man. Because if we win this, we're up in first, sitting pretty nicely. If they win it because of the record, they'll technically have first place.
Mm-hmm.
So big game, man.
Nah, it's Chris was up.
Looking on tip.
It's definitely a big game because uh they can somewhat redeem themselves as winners because we was tanking for a minute. Like the boat was taking on water. So they can technically redeem themselves like 3 in a row and like really creating space as number one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother position. Like like you can kind of call yourself dominant within that space. Like it's yours. And you took it. That's different. If you lose, then you still like it still seemed like luck. Like I told you, almost every game we watch, the vibe I get, the feeling is luck. Like, oh, we got that by luck, or he made the throw by luck, or he caught it by because it's so random that I gotta think, oh, if we it's luck, but 3 in a row you can't really keep saying that's luck, and
No.
that's something. So the coach will redeem himself, the quarterback. I think the offensive line, like you have to be doing something right to have turned it around after that bye week. It'll really look like you came out on a different vibe, man. But if you lose, it'll just look like, oh, they came out hot and they fizzling right back to where they were. So it's an important game.
Yeah, well, you saw the offensive line come out of the bye week just throwing,
Man.
and
Mm-hmm.
and they took it wasn't as good a game against the Jets, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Jets line is legit,
It's way
and
better. Yeah.
I saw folks like degrading that win against the Jets. The Jets have a damn good defense. They may not
Mm-hmm.
like their statistically
Damn good.
may not show that because their offense is terrible, and they've put
Mm-hmm.
themselves they put the defense in bad position all year long.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only so much. I don't care how talented you are, man. If you're just getting beat up all game because you're always on the
Mm-hmm.
field because your offense can't do a damn thing, then by the fourth quarter you're going to be exhausted, and then
Mm-hmm.
the other team's going to be running down your throat. So,
Mm-hmm.
but you could tell just and watching the 22, yeah, those boys are good, man. Like they get at the two linebackers, Mosley and Quincy everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then the line, like I said, the defensive linemen, they're nasty. I mean, big guys. So I didn't expect to have as good a game, which they didn't, but I do expect them to bounce back this week. Even if McGarry's out, they asked Arthur today if Ryan Newsel was ready in case and Dahlman couldn't go or whatever, and he said, yeah, he's if he's needed, he's ready to go, good to go. And he played pretty well in the preseason. It's a different animal in the when you're going against the ones, but hey, if they can come out and dominate, because listening to multiple Bucs podcasts, a lot of stuff, a lot of what they're worried about is our run game. They are scared to death that they can't stop our run game, and it's going to be basically a slow death. We're going to just eat up clock, score what we need to score, and then the defenses go out there and do what they need to do. Because it's going to put more pressure on their offense. If we do have long drives and score, it's going to make every possession they have that much more critical that they actually get in the end zone. So that's kind of, I agree. That's kind of the recipe for success for us. We'll just have to see. Well, this will be, can Arthur not outthink himself week, which is almost every week, but specifically this week. So
it truly is, because talent-wise, we seem to have more than everyone every week. So it's just like, and we always seem to be in a better situation as far as like the injury report. Like, we always go against people that are hurt or decimated. And it's like, he don't scheme for that. He don't take advantage of the people that's out the game. It's like, and we still barely win. But where we think now, oh, he not playing, and he not playing, we should destroy. We still win by a field goal. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he got to show me, and it'll go a long way. 3 wins in a row, because that's saying we going for a home playoff game, like with dominance. Like, this is our division, and you got to take it from us. That's what that's saying.
Yeah, 100%. And I just don't want it. I don't want it to be a Mike Evans takeover game, because he can do that. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. I think because of the game I just said it was gonna be, I think the attitude of that game is Tyler Algier.
It was
I'm
the first
being
time
honest.
around.
I think that's if that's the thing, brother. It's my division. I'm winning it. Like, it's like, you got to take it from me. We getting this home game. I think that got to go through Tyler Algier primarily. I think that he got to just run him into the teeth of that defense and keep doing it, and throw some CP in there, throw some Bijan in there. But that type of game got to go through CP, because that's what it is. With Desmond struggling and you trying to prove a point to Tampa Bay, and that linebacker's out, well, that should Tyler Algier should have a field, and Bijan should, and CP.
Bijan
So
should
let
too,
them.
yeah.
That is the attitude of that game. So, like John said, just don't outthink yourself. Just use your 3-headed goat.
Yeah, if you can, like we say on Monday, if you get away from some of those bunch formations, maybe just not as many of those, and give Desmond some pretty easy throws, or at least easy concepts, then not easy for him. Just in general, like, don't muddy it up on the field, because that's what you see a lot on the film. And like what Oblivion said here, that's why we need a more vet receiver in the room.
Julio,
100%, man. 100%. Just somebody, anybody that could just help out, man. Jamal, what's up, buddy?
Jamal. Oblivion said, I kind of don't mind Ritter. I think he's improving, but we definitely need a better play caller to help him use our playmakers the right way. Then I think Ritter will be better. And that's why I say I just hate the situation, because of what our stupid coach did last year. We didn't know going into this year. And even that we seen this year, the coach is so bad, we still don't know if it's Desmond on the way or not. We still like, damn, is he, or is he the full to blame? Because he obviously messing up sometimes, but then the play calling is so poor. It's like, who knows how this man would look with good play calling? He may look excellent, and he may look like a totally different quarterback with different play calling. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to throw him in the trash and be wrong if we just switch the coach.
Right. Yeah, and that's, like, I want him to succeed more than anybody, Desmond, and like, so but I'm not yet personally sold. You know what I mean? Like I want to be, but I'm not just because I haven't.
Yeah.
As far as going into next season, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Now that could change in the next 5 weeks. I mean, if he does continue to progress and stuff like that, great. I mean, well, it's just like I said, some of those little things that you want to see cleaned up that he needs to get better at, which any young
Mm-hmm.
quarterback probably really needs to get better at. But if they even have a doubt or it kind of stays like this,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't see there's any way he comes back starting next year because,
Yeah.
like I said, Art's
Yeah.
going to have to make a decision, and I mean he's going to have to win games,
Mm-hmm.
so that's going to be probably the case. But like I said, I hope that's not. I hope he keeps just doing, like I said, those wild ass throws that we see. Hope those continue because
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he's got it in him. He does. He's got it in him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Blue Dog said the only thing that has me worried is Chris Dahlman not being able to go.
yeah, he meant Drew, but yeah,
Drew. Yeah.
yeah. Hell would suck. I mean, he's as much crap as we give him. He's been good this year. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody gave. I mean, I too. Like during that game, Quinnen destroyed him in that play in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
But then he won some reps against Quinnen too. That
Mm-hmm.
that I actually I did a Drew Dahlman appreciation play just for that,
Okay.
just to show him some love, give him some flowers. But he did a good job with him a few times. So and that's the thing. You're not going to
Mm-hmm.
win every rep. You're going to get beat sometimes. So that's just.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, snapping's been better this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a better job. So I can't be too mad at him.
That's what I said, Jamal.
It
Jamal
should,
said,
Jamal. Yeah,
man,
man.
with all those linebackers missing, should be an obvious game plan for us. Man, it was times where, uh, because of injury, it was clear where we should be running. It was clear directly where we should be running, and we was just running a regular play. And that's when I was like, man, can this dude coach? Like, I don't know, man. That's just weird. Jamal said, hope this isn't one of those they'll never see this coming games tomorrow, bro. I'm telling you, dog.
Did you see
Like,
Judd? Did you see the Annie Agar, or I think is how I say her last name? She does the skits every week on the NFL teams. Did I ever send you
yeah,
this?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Dude,
exactly
she's
what you're talking
fucking
about.
hysterical, dude. Like
Yeah,
the week
yeah.
it was the week before last, I think, when they had the fire at the studio
I
where they did
didn't
the
see
red
it. I
zone.
didn't see it.
All right, well, they had like a fire drill, and like Scott Hansen, he had to like evacuate during the programming, right? So,
Mm-hmm,
and so she kind of like did a play off of that on her skit, and
mm-hmm.
it was she she had the Arthur Smith gear on or whatever, and she was like, "Come on, we'll run toward the fire," and like, what? It's like, yeah, they'll never see it coming.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
that's hilarious. Hilarious.
it was perfect, man.
But see,
Uh,
even she recognized it. Like
she's nailed it every week when it comes to Arthur. It's
even she
hilarious.
recognized it. Like, dog, you really be wilding.
Yeah. South said, yeah, man. Well, we said on the show we'd be on Wednesday, but we said 7. That's because my dumb ass
Mm-hmm.
didn't look at the calendar or remember that my son has practice on Wednesdays at 7, so we had to move it to 9. So yeah, that's my bad on that one, dude. Uh,
We're in the
yeah, man.
driver's seat. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna show how bad you want the driver's seat.
Hmm.
Jamal said just defense is like the Bucks defense before Brady, to be honest. Same situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Blemish,
that's true.
I want our plays should be use Tyler and CP at the first half to wear down the D line, then use Bijan to run it down and throw. It should be. I think you got to go Tyler primarily with this
So
with
it'll be
Tampa.
Bijan. Yeah,
Yep.
it'll be Bijan.
Steve said, "Good evening,
What's going on, Steve? Good to see you, buddy.
Jay Black, Mike and John. You are right about Ritter. Hope he shows improvement to justify his start next year. I'm gonna tell you what's going to annoy me, Jay Black, but it's very possible. Um, because the coach didn't justify his presence here next year, and it was kind of automatic. The coach loved Desmond Ritter so much. I don't even like to say this aloud, but I'd be like, I hope he not already like, oh, it's already automatic. Like I don't care what nobody say. Like he's my guy. Like
I
it's
don't
gonna
think
click
so.
for him. Like I done already put in all this work. I'm trying to tell you, he gonna like if it's just to him. Like no, I'm telling you. Like I hope it's not as automatic as the job he got. But you never know what in his heart because he is that stubborn. He might want to prove to the world that his brainchild like Frankenstein came alive. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and like I said, I want them both to succeed, man. I'd
Mhm.
love to see. I just want to see Arthur, like I've said 100 times, get a passing game coordinator, and
Mhm.
hopefully that it works. I don't know that he will, but yeah, I'd love to see it happen. Um,
That's what
Dude,
I
I would
said.
love
Yeah.
it. Dude, I would love it. Yeah, he said, Jay Black said, we might see Bijan abuse these linebackers running pass routes. Yeah, I mean, it lines up for us too, man.
The Oblivion said now onto the real topic. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
What say
I've
you, Mike?
I've actually, I'm gonna be honest, all my life I said that's gross. Why would people? And then somebody actually, I felt really foolish because somebody said, "Well, have you tried it?"
Hmm.
And I was like, "No," because I would never try it. She was like, "Well, just at least try it." And it was one with ham on it and
Hmm.
pineapple, and I actually tried it, and it wasn't as bad as you would think it is. But it's not something I would put on there. But also, it's not like I can get why somebody would want it on there, but I wouldn't do it. But I'm telling you, it's not as gross as you may assume.
Yeah, I've never had it, to
Yeah,
be honest, and I wouldn't order it.
yeah,
I wouldn't just go order it. You know what I mean? So I
no.
don't know that I mean, it's yeah.
Oblivion
Hey,
said, "We
appreciate
love
that,
you
Oblivion.
guys, Falcons family. We love y'all too, man."
Appreciate that, buddy.
Sour Pickle said, "I watched Coach Smith's press conference today. I gotta be honest, it's hard for me to like him. He just seems so hard to take. Seems really
He was,
arrogant. It's
dude.
hard to see him ever being a winning coach."
He's actually gotten better, to be honest, because I watched them
Mhm,
all because obviously for the show,
mhm,
and I mean after those couple of games that we lost, you saw a different,
mhm,
more not as a pain in the ass. Like today, he was a little like he answered a few questions, kind of sarcastic, assholish, but like when we had Joe Patrick on here, he had nothing but
mhm,
good things to say about him,
mhm.
because he was like if you
Yeah,
guys could talk to him off camera,
yeah.
and like just like kind of just he's like he talks to us about regular stuff and just like he's I think all coaches to an extent have that kind of what they portray, what they have to say in certain
Mhm,
situations to the media. So I respect a good sarcasm as good as any as much as the next guy. So that doesn't bother me too much. I mean, yeah, the arrogance, that definitely comes out from time to time, but
mhm.
it happens.
Bulldog said fans like, let's get in the running car. Arthur like, let's go to the shit. That's alert. That's funny. That's a good one, Bulldog.
That's great, man.
That's really him. That was a good one, dog. I like that.
Yeah, I know.
Gabriel said, I really don't like people who think they are better, smarter than everyone else. And that's definitely what Arthur is. I'm gonna tell you that the funniest thing about those people is you're clearly stupid in some areas, and you so smart to yourself that you don't notice, and everybody else notices. Dog, you need help in this area, and to him, he probably like, man, I am a technical genius. I'm gonna figure this out, and won't nobody be able to stop me. And it's like, dog,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he said several times now that he doesn't have all the answers. He doesn't know everything, and it's not an ego thing. He's said those things
Hmm.
before, and it's like I hear you say that, but then again, I also see like the same things occurring every week.
Hmm.
So it's tough for me to believe you fully that you're not getting any outside input or scrapping some plays that don't work, or something like that. It's
Hmm.
just it's tough. I mean, I don't know. It's I don't. He's hard to take sometimes for sure, man. And Jack Doyle said, "I agree. We need a great offensive coordinator who can drop deep passing routes, not these three receivers in the same area." Arthur Smith. Yeah, man. It happens more than I would like to. Yeah, more than I'd like to say
Hmm.
because just watching it, it's definitely and in some of the concepts too. Like there was a third down that we needed. I forgot how many yards we needed, but three guys literally were it was all 20, 15, 20 plus yard routes that took and then he's
Hmm.
got one option but other than that
Hmm.
like this under the sticks and I get you probably trying to throw to the sticks or throw past the sticks but like damn dude like you got to give your guy a few more options than that on
Look,
they
dog,
don't
if you watch
against
a
a
lot
good
of his
defensive
plays,
line.
oh yeah, look, if you watch a lot of his plays, a lot of his plays like bank on the one option being open. Like they put everything on like dog, this play like
Hmm.
the other routes are truly like a throw off to the one route.
Yeah.
And so this gotta work. And when that's covered, it's a sack, and you're sacked because he got nowhere to
Yeah,
go. It's
exactly.
nowhere else to go when you throw it away or you get sacked. Dan's man Sarah said, dear Arthur Smith, if we're first and go on the first yard line, please don't be creative. It's no need for it.
No, nope, just put it in the end zone, buddy. We got bigger guys to do it. Yeah, man. He is. Look, Hill did come back off the IR today, so that's good news. Yeah, man. So I mean, how do you see this game as far as score wise? I think the over under is 39 maybe. I think I saw
I
it was
still
39
have to
points,
think.
but
I still got to think that I'm not being funny. We have not stepped on a team yet. Like stepped on them.
nope.
I have to think that one of these weeks will be a step on. And with their injuries, I gotta think that this will be a step on week. So I'm saying this will be the week that we go into the 30s.
I was gonna say the
It'll
same
be
thing.
yeah. This will be the week we going because they got momentum, they clicking, and that team has injuries. Um, man, I just always believe that the head coach is smarter than me. So I believe like if I could see a formula to win, I believe I know he can. I
Mm-hmm.
know he can. So I'm almost sure of it. Jack Doyle said when we drafted Bijan, I was so excited because of how well we ran last year. I really expected more from Arthur. I'm so disappointed in his play call and how he using Bijan. I mean, and how he using everybody.
Yeah.
Because we got some unique play. It's like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's like we got some unique players. John is a unique player. Kyle is a unique player. Drake is a unique player. Bijan is a unique player. CP is a unique player. Tyler is a unique player. Scotty is a unique player. Mac is a unique player. Like you can do almost anything you could put your mind to. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I gave you every color in a paint set, and you painted what you call them, like a Rice Krispie treat, like a rice cake.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you all the colors, and you painted a rice cake. Like that's Arthur Smith.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been disappointing, man, for us to not. I said on Monday, I think it's since 1978 was the last time the Falcons went the entire season without scoring 30 points once.
We're
So
gonna do it this
I
week.
do feel like, yeah, I kind of. I mean, I hope it's this week. I was going to say, did you say a score? Did you say a score yet?
I'm going. We going. I'm gonna put us in. I'm gonna go 33 for us, and I'm
All
gonna
right.
go 21 for them.
All right. Yeah, I was going to go 31-17. I was close. I was close to you.
Okay, so we right
So
around. Yeah, we
yeah.
think the same thing
So
gonna happen. Basically, yeah.
yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, we're almost due.
Mm-hmm.
The matchups line up well. It's just a matter of, hey, man, can we call a good game? Can we not turn the
Mm-hmm.
ball over? Like, can we, no interceptions, no fumbles, just play smart football, play clean football. Don't let Mike Evans run the game. Make sure you
Mm-hmm.
control him. Make sure you control K. Dotton. The running game, I'm not too worried about. Like I said, we shut them down the first time, and we have a good run defense anyway. Hopefully, we keep shutting them down. Um, and then offensive side of the ball is, that's the thing. We've got a bunch of young guys on offense, which is part of it as well. Like, Oblivion said
Mm-hmm.
earlier, it'd be nice to have a veteran uh, receiver outside of Matt Collins there, of course, which is, he'll probably be back this week too. But I mean, and also on the all 22, man, Kyle, I think Kyle's definitely still feeling that knee. He's got to
Oh
be.
no, you
Dude,
can
there's
tell
there's
he's
several
limping off the
routes.
plate. Yeah,
There's several routes. He's just not explosive. He's not
yeah.
fast. It's just it doesn't look right. Something doesn't look right. And it's if that's the case, you don't need him running downfield like a full out sprint or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely trying too hard. Jack said, I think Arthur Smith's trying too hard. Make it simple. Run the ball at the middle sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's trying to overly prove that we can throw the ball. And like, dude, maybe you're not the guy to design this whole pass game because it's not worked out that way. I mean, somebody tell him that. I
Mm-hmm.
will take 30-24. Yeah, Boodog, I'll take that, man. I'll take that for sure. All right, Mike, we're almost at an hour, buddy. And I know you're hungry, so we'll end up with a few little things. Are you? We played different games here. We'll do underrated, overrated. We'll do in or out. We got
Let's
one.
do it. We're
We
gonna
got we
mix
got
them up.
another. We got one that's I was wondering, and when we just we ask questions or whatever, random questions. So we'll do a few of them, buddy. Are you in or out on Christmas music now, buddy? Are you going to listen to Christmas music during the month of December? Do you ever put it on? And do you have it in the background, or you just like no on Christmas music?
I like that Christmas music, that bougie Christmas music, where it's like that, like jazz, like that's I like that on in the background at all times, like during the season. It just makes me feel great. Yeah, so I'm all in on that. But I don't like Christmas albums and stuff like Mariah Carey Christmas and no, I'm not doing none of that. But real Christmas music, like the old timey, yes, I'm all in. You?
Yeah, I like some. I definitely like some of the old stuff. Like you said, I'm not buying an album. Like I think the last Christmas album I had was like Boyz II Men Christmas. It was like in the late '90s, early 2000s, whenever they did one. I think I had that. But we found last year driving around looking at lights when we were out one night. We were trying to find. We found electronic Christmas music like EDM, and that shit is hilarious. There's one called Jingle Bass.
Yeah,
and I would play it, but I probably can't because But dude, it's hilarious. And then and Amanda found one that was, I think it came up on the playlist, and it's just called Ho Ho Ho. And we started listening to it, and it's in these like it's just in the regular loop of songs, and we started hearing like the lyrics, and we're like, this can't be what he said. This what he's saying, because it's like it's to the actual Christmas, like it's Christmas style music, right? So the lyrics is that I've got lyrics right here. I had to look it up. He said, "Yeah, that's all I want for Christmas is a ho ho ho." He said that all I want for Christmas is a ho ho ho. I'm waiting underneath the mistletoe. I see a snowflake falling down. And I wonder, do you listen to me now? I've been a good boy all my life, Santa. Will you make it for me tonight? What the? Dude, this shit is hilarious. I started listening to it, and I was like, "What is this?" But it's it's funny as hell. If y'all find it, it's just called "Ho Ho Ho" by. Actually, I gotta find it now because Amanda sent it to me.
Speaking of some funny music, Johnny H, I got one for you. Are you in or out? Have you heard any song from Andre 3000's new album?
It's by Aaron Chupa, I guess, ARONCHUPA. If y'all want to look it up, it's the title of the album is I'm the Santa Claus. But it's 3 songs. I haven't heard the other. I don't know. It's spelled CLAOZ, so I don't know. But it's fucking funny. Sorry, you asked me. What'd you ask me if I did hear the flute playing?
Yeah,
I heard it a little bit. Yeah.
I'm
Oblivion. I'll be down with that, man. 28-14, 2 picks, false fumble. Let's do it. I'm all about it. Oh, Jack, 100%, dude. We should beat him by at least 100%, man. Don't turn the ball over. 31-17. Hey, that's what I got. I love it, man. Let's do it. Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, there you go. Little German boys. That's a good one. That's a good one.
No, have you? Yeah, it was. He's lost his mind, buddy. I was expecting some rap. I was excited. Jamal said Gucci Mane has a funny Christmas. Y'all, he always drop an album on Christmas. He got a few of them jumps. He got good. He got Christmas music. I swear. Awesome. It's wild. So I'm out on that. Man, Andre is wild.
Did you listen to it? I know Berto said it was like some like really relaxing style. like
I cut it off. Because I was expecting him to rap. So I'm like, oh man, he got an album. And then when I heard it, I'm like, oh, that's probably like a interlude. Then when I saw what he was doing, I said, man, man, only Andre would do something like this, but it's cool.
Yeah, man. Linda said, I think our 30-point game will be against the Panthers, but not Tampa Bay. Yeah, that's possible too. Right. That's nothing too. If we can get this, and then we have the Panthers at home next week as well, man, this lines up really nice if we could take care of business this week, man. Another good one, King of Country. Yeah. All right, buddy. Are you well, have you ever seen the Dr. Pepper scholarship challenge they have during the bowl games?
No.
At the college bowl games or the I'm sorry, not even the bowl games. It's in the conference championships.
No.
So basically, they stick like I don't know, like a cylinder that's got a hole in it. You've seen the chest pass competition, like an NBA.
Yeah.
You have to throw it through
Yeah.
so it's basically that. So you got to throw a football through it. Whoever gets the most footballs through can win like $100,000 like scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So, but dude, it's so overrated because not that the premise of it's great. You get a scholarship, but only I've seen one dude actually throw a football like you're supposed to throw a football. Everybody chest pass a football into this thing, and it's
Okay.
horrific to watch because I'm like, I mean, that's probably a dick take, but I'm like, come on, man, like this is a football game, it's a football challenge. Kill it. Let's throw the football overhand like we're supposed to throw the football. Let's not.
Right.
Otherwise, just give him a basketball, let him do chest passes into it,
Right. Right.
otherwise. But yeah, one dude this year over like there's been like I don't know how many years I've watched, and it's always been just like chest passes. I'm like, what is this? But
So like the dude who threw it with like the football made it though.
yes, he won. I'm like, hey,
Okay.
go figure. Like,
Oh
man,
yeah.
don't like the
Good.
football. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, William,
Wait.
offense got to get going, man.
No.
That's for sure.
Nah, that's a sad statement. The offense got to score this game.
I mean, they do.
That's a sad. When you got to say that, that's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. He said Dr. Pepper matchups are always so unfair. That's true. Yeah. They are unfair. We'll leave it at that. Oblivion said, when is our future QB going to make a Big Low Country Sports, man?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be hilarious.
So I got one for you, Johnny Yates.
Yep.
I was wondering if Johnny Yates, do you think there can be new dunks in the dunk contest? Or do you think that there's nothing possible we could see that we've basically seen? It's nothing you could still see, or you think it's still something that some people could probably do that will we see, like we could be like, we never saw nobody do that in the NBA dunk contest?
Yeah. Probably. I mean, yeah, because you start seeing them bringing out all the props and stuff like that now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do something. I respect it because you're trying to do something different. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as actual athleticism type things, I think we've
Yeah.
seen most of that. You've seen like some crazy. Didn't one dude do like a 540 or something? I can't remember. Like it was like last year before.
And like
But
college did well. I don't know about it in the NBA.
yeah, I mean, I hardly ever watch it anymore because like the stars don't do it. Like you don't see the stars doing it. You see guys you never heard of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, not so much.
Yeah.
William, so we need to focus getting an offensive coordinator this offseason. I don't think it's going to happen, buddy. I don't think Arthur's going to. Even if we did, I mean, if it's Arthur still here, it's still going to be his offense. So I don't. If it's a passing game coordinator that he'll actually listen to and make changes with, I'm down, man. I'm down all day. Gabriel said, to be fair, they're mostly costing us have probably never. Oh yeah, 100%. That's just I just hate seeing it. Like that just makes it me being an old man dick. One is throw like a football. That's all. No, yeah, the route concepts are mostly it's hit or miss. Some are good, some are just not good. And after watching that, Big John, what's going on, dude? Hey man, we're just doing a late show tonight, man. About to wrap it up in a few.
Bulldog said Dez got a Christmas song out. It's called Up and Down All the Way. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, man. So also I gotta this is not an in or out, but you know who Norman Lear is by any chance?
I have no idea.
He died. He passed away today. 101 years old. Wrote the Sanford and Son theme song. And
okay.
Yeah. I had no idea. And like, because I don't know,
classic.
Dude, I grew up watching Sanford and Son and my dad. Like that shit was so funny. And then I'm pretty sure he wrote the one for All in the Family too. Did you ever see that show back in the day? No. Yeah, that could not even be. That couldn't be done today. It was so politically incorrect, dude. Like there's no way it would make it. But hilarious show. But yeah, he did. He wrote the Jeffersons, All in the Family, Maude, Good Times, Sanford and Son. Like that's pretty solid, man.
And you said he was 101?
101, man.
That's epic.
Yeah, that was because I watched all those shows, man, growing up with on like basically what was that channel? TV Land. You used to watch all the old stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I used to watch. I'm gonna tell you what I'm so surprised it's still on the TV. I just don't know how. because I don't know any kid that still watch it. So I'm like, how are your rating? It's still New Simpsons, and I'm
Right?
like, okay, now I used to watch that, but I have never seen a kid watch it now, or like a middle school, or I have never seen them. So I'm like, why is this still in the prime spot on Fox? I, I don't know. Are people still watching it?
Yeah, man.
That got to be great, man. Matt Groening been winning for a year.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah, it's wild. And all the and I'm sure you've seen all the like the predictions that they've done over the years that
yeah,
they've
yes,
had, and they're
yeah.
just creepy. It's like this is
That's
wild.
the Simpsons been
But
on for a long time.
yeah. Yeah.
Jamal said Sanford and Son still a top five singer. I never really watched it. That was my father's show.
Oh,
I
dude,
never
you would
really.
laugh. Oh, you would love
Yeah,
it. You would laugh
he
your ass
thought that
off,
was
man.
hilarious.
Yeah, you would.
JJ said all
What's
of
going on,
his
JJ?
shows from the 70s
And 80s. Yeah,
and
you're right.
early 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was shocked to hear that because I didn't even think of something like that, but it was pretty wild. But you got
Rest in
anything else,
peace
buddy?
to him.
I know, man.
No, I just wanted to say this. Have you seen Lil Wayne lately in his latest few little interviews?
Mm-mm. Wow,
Yeah, he
what's
looked bad, man. It looked like I don't
really?
know. I don't know. It was just look weird. I just wanted to know what was wrong with him. I just want his face look. I don't know. It looked weird. He looked sick or deformed or fat or something. It just looked weird. So and like the comments, everybody was asking what was wrong with him, and I didn't know. I just wanted to know if anybody knew. But you gotta watch out for Wayne. Protect him at all costs.
That's
Williams
wild,
said
man.
5 games left. We're gonna see because this offense have not set the tone since September. Yep.
Nope.
We're gonna see.
Not once, man.
Set the tone. Hey, okay, hold on, John. I do have one more. Have you seen
Hmm.
that video of the dad? I don't know the skit or whatever they're playing,
Yeah.
but he got on a I don't know if he have on a bedhead or he using Snapchat with a bedhead filter, and the son is in the back seat and he's saying, set the tone. And
I
like the
don't think
little
so.
boy crying.
Yeah, I
The
don't
look,
think so.
he like, yeah, I'm gonna come. He telling his son he gonna eat him or something. He's like, Dad, it's not funny, skip. And he yelling, set the tone. The little boy screaming, and he scream out, set the tone. Yeah, it's hilarious.
That's
Set the
wild.
tone. Time to set the tone, man. I'm with it.
That's wild.
And that
Yeah,
Houston
that's
game was an epic
yeah,
game.
that was yeah. And John
And
Higgins, yeah,
John said
that's
the
that's a
creator.
run, man.
Yeah.
That's a good list of shows, man. Oh, underrated. I do have one underrated, and you might. I don't know if you've even seen this yet on Instagram. I think he may be on TikTok too. I'm not sure. Have you heard of the Street Vet?
Who?
The Street Vet.
No.
You heard of this guy?
No.
Awesome. And I found him online. I know you'll like this too because you love dogs. I love dogs. Um, he goes around to like and helps any homeless person that like has a dog, and he'll give them their shots. He'll do all this stuff for free,
Oh,
and
that's dope.
he'll deworm them. He'll get them spayed, neutered, whatever. Like he just goes around and just helps out as much as he can. And he's got a huge following. I gotta send you the link to him so you can go on there and follow him. But
Mhm.
like he's trying to basically also kind of I guess reduce the stigma kind of on homelessness and stuff like that. Kind of
Mhm.
like bring more eyes to it than it's not just what you may think it is.
Mhm.
And just awesome dude, man. Like just he goes around and does all that. And I mean, he has his own practice, of course, but
Yeah,
but
that's
really,
dope.
really cool dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Dog,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate to see. Here's how I know I ain't. If I see a homeless person who have a dog, I always want to feed the dog. I'd be like, damn, I should take that. I should bring the dog some food. That's how I think about. I be like, I don't even
Same.
think about the person. He could be saying, "Help! I ain't had no water." I be like, I should get this dog some water. I don't even see the person after I see the dog. But I be, so it's weird. Hogan's Hero. See, I don't even know what these are, y'all. I ain't
Dude,
even gonna lie.
that's one of my favorites. That is one of my favorites
Is it like Hulk Hogan?
no. It's like it's set in World War II. And
Oh,
it's basically these POWs are taken. It's a comedy. It's just it's
yeah.
funny as hell. Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, man. Well, I'm good to go, buddy. Unless you got anything else.
No, I'm good to go. I'm ready to get three in a row and get some momentum and really change the whole course of the season, change the whole energy and the perspective of the season by
Yeah,
being
man. Yeah,
dominant.
me too, dude. Get this win. You got a crappy Panthers team coming up, which good defense, but we've seen their offense, and they're bad. So I mean, hopefully we could just take these next two and really really put some distance between us and the Bucs or Saints or whoever, either one of those teams. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for coming in late with us tonight here in the chat. We really appreciate that. And like I said, we had to throw our schedule off a little bit this week, and we'll be back on Monday, 7 p.m. regular time on Monday. I promise, like there'll be no weird things with that. But we'll be back at 7 to recap the win against the Bucs. And they look for the all 22 to be out tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. Like I said, I just got to finish editing it and put it all together. But that'll be out, man. If y'all want to check that out, it'll be posted on here. It'll be about an hour long, but it's got, the plays broken down and the some humor involved in it. So y'all should like it. Yeah, man. I hope they can shout out. That'd be great to shout out the Bucs. That'd be amazing. Appreciate you, Jamal. Always, buddy.
Thank you, Jamal.
But yeah, and as always, guys, you can follow us on Twitter, Out of Your Effing Mind. You can follow us on TikTok or Instagram, Out of Your Falcon Mind. You can join the Facebook group if you have a Facebook. Feel free, just search Out of Your Falcon Mind. Should be able to find us. You can email us at atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. Yeah, I think that's it. Merchandise. I've already said that. I'll put the link in the description of the video. And if you guys would like a Falcons or Hawks or any type of ice shaker, I'll put the link in the description as well. You go on there, you help us out, and you can get yourself a new ice shaker. Pretty awesome. So anyway, appreciate you guys again for coming hanging out with us just for an hour tonight, and we'll see y'all Monday. And let me know what y'all think about the all 22. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and we'll catch y'all then. Mike,
3 in a row. Let's go. Out of your Falcon mind. Peace.